Do
Party promoters and DJs get a bad rep in
yes,
relationships.
yes. Do they get a bad rep? Um, like, do they cheat in their relationships?
Let me put it this way. One, what Shorty don't know won't hurt her.
Oh my lord.
Devil's advocate though.
Oh my lord.
Devil's
So
advocate.
how
Guys
would you
think
know she's locked in if you out here with her, but then also surfing the other
you not going
parts of the internet?
you not
to
gonna
find
know
stuff?
you love somebody until you cheat.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, now explain that logic. Explain it. Explain it now.
Because like
Go ahead, explain the logic.
I got you. Listen, you could be dealing with Shorty 5 days out the week. You know, you need a couple days to yourself. Boom. And then you like, all right, I'm at this party. Old Shorty hit me up. Let me hit it down real quick. But then you like, this situation just reminded me why I don't.
Well, hello, growers and glowers. How are you guys? I've missed you guys. No, I really haven't. Let me really stop capping. I missed aspects of the podcast, sitting down, having some conversations, but honestly, parts of the podcast I didn't really miss. If I'm gonna keep it a bean. But welcome all to the Share It All podcast. I'm your loving, growing coach, Joy the Growth Coach. I am a certified health and wellness coach that has specialized in all things mental health for about 6 years now. I started this deep dive journey right in the beginning of college where I wanted to originally be an occupational therapist. Eventually, as I went through my own mental health journey, I realized maybe occupational therapy isn't the type of mental health I want to focus on. So the last 2 to 3 years, I've been really trying to figure that out. Eventually, I stumbled upon being a life coach, and now I'm going back now to get my master's in public health to focus on urban health disparities, where I'm going to one day bridge the gap between mental health and individuals with minorities and bring vital resources together. But that all starts with this podcast coming to you. So, this is my small little trinkets into the world of knowledge and growth opportunities for you to come upon. So I welcome you all here, and I'm glad to hopefully have you stay for a while and sit back, relax, and actually hear a lot of the conversations that are going to be had between me and many individuals over a period of time. So let's really get into it. For one, I'm going to be honest. I've had this podcast for almost a year now, and I took a hiatus for about 6, 7 months. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of didn't miss it. Awkward enough to say, right? Yeah, I just didn't miss it. I feel like there was parts of my life that needed maybe more focus, and I went and focused on that instead. And as a business owner, I feel like I don't feel guilty for it. I feel like I needed it. I feel like I needed to see what areas of growth that I need to focus on. And throughout this journey, through the podcast, through interacting with you guys online and just in general, this is going to be my opportunity to grow. And throughout maybe major conversations, maybe some healing may be done, not on only your part, but on mine as well. And healing just starts with acknowledging that there is an issue, there's a root to the problem, and trying to figure out where that root derives from and starting the process to make solutions from there. So, um, this is what Share It All is kind of all about, is being able to share your process and share the fact that you're not perfect. And it's okay not to be perfect, but what are you going to do to make that impact into the world and change yourself? So, I'm bringing you the first of 4 episodes to end out season 1. Season 1, I wanted to actually do 20 episodes, but I didn't. I'm ending on 16. And I'm kind of okay with it because my goal for season 2 is to kind of change up the dynamic of how I have the show now and kind of impact the community a lot differently. When I mean the community, I mean the JWP community, but also the world, because look, this podcast is going to hit somebody, so I'm not even worried about that. So with that being said, I want to start off with the first episode bringing back is with Moneta Kai Price. Now, I've known Moneta Kai for about 6 years. He's a well-known party promoter and DJ in Jersey. When I met Moneta Kai, he was attending Rutgers University, and eventually through his time at Rutgers, he ended up falling in love with being a party promoter and DJ. He learned the skill, learned the craft, and honestly, from there, like Monique has been going high with it. I've seen him part DJ major parties, and he's also thrown bangers, like bangers where he's had tickets just selling out the minute like they hit online. So gotta give the man his props when it's due. Um, and what he did is honestly, he used his connections all throughout his time at Rutgers to build his empire of being able to DJ. And I'm really glad that you're going to be able to hear his story because he'll tell you all more about it throughout this episode that we have sitting down. But the one thing why Moneta Kai is here with us today is because he posted something online about dating. And it caught my eye because I was like, the hell are you talking about? So his little tweet you'll see is all about, modern dating and what he's looking for. And you'll see as he's trying to figure out that whole situation in itself. And as you'll see through the conversation, or you'll hear, because I don't know if you're tuning on through YouTube or Apple, Spotify, or anywhere where you're listening through podcast, you'll see his growth and where he needs to grow, where I need to grow. And I really want to hear some of y'all thoughts. Before we go any further, I need you, if you're on Apple or Spotify, I need you to give this podcast a 5-star rating. If you're on YouTube, I need you to go like this video. If you're on Instagram, I need you to do this. Follow me at Joy's Journey _. You can follow my business page at Joyful Wellness _. You can then go find Moneta Kai at moneta.kai. Let's dive into the topic, which I'm super excited about. So Moneta Kai posted on an Instagram post and on his Twitter. He said, I want to be the first party promoter / DJ to get married.
Yes.
Now, for one, I need to know why party promoters / DJs don't get married.
Okay.
And then tell me about why you want to be the first.
Okay. I believe that in this industry, this entertainment industry we're in, and it's promoter / DJ, but in invisible text, it's like good looking promoter / DJ. Like not just anybody, anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be the first attract, like actively gets women in. I can walk in the club neck snap. Do I want that all the time? No. I mean, it's there, right? So I feel like there's not a lot of women who could keep up with the lifestyle. Not saying that I'm out here every time I'm out here, but like you got to keep up with it. And you got to understand there's going to be women in my face, because I like to network. You got to have beautiful women at your party. How do you get beautiful women to come to your party? Say hello. Talk to them. Buy them a drink. Get them in the section. That's how we get paid. That's how we get paid. Oh, he's friendly. No, you too friendly. You know everybody. You one of them guys that just. I had this girl say this to me the other day. You one of them guys that I don't even want to go there. Like what? I don't have the patience for that. I think somebody else. And then the other thing. This is grinds my gears. What I just said.
Okay.
Right up there with it is. If I'm talking to you and you ask me what my sign is and then you already automatically cut me off because I'm an Aries.
The zodiac sign?
Oh my gosh. that is neck and neck. Why? Okay, I'm a party promoter. That don't mean I'm out here smashing every girl that go to the club. Yes, I'm an Aries. That don't mean I'm out here breaking everybody's heart. Maybe one or two, but not everybody's heart. And it don't got to be your heart if you act right. You know what I'm saying? And caveat. What I think now could all change because the right girl could change your aspect, your point of view, your perspective.
Which is true.
One girl could do that. Maybe two. I mean, a couple girls could do that. You just got to give them that chance.
That's
but
true.
I'm not going to give them a chance if they're going, cross me off the list just off the fact that I do parties and I'm a DJ and I look good.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Mhm.
All right. But I want to know why DJs aren't married, or like what is the whole thing about that? Like,
it's the life. It's the life. It's like one day I got a part, like looking in the future. Even the DJs I look up to now, they could be booked in New York one day on Tuesday. On a Tuesday, they booked in New York at a club, and then Friday they in Miami. Who gonna keep up with that? And then on top of that, you got to find somebody that has a compatible schedule with you. If any of y'all work from home, remote, hit me. We can make something work. And you got good insurance, I'm saying? Because, like, boom, we can make it work. But I don't know a lot of promoters that are married, that older promoters. Some of them hide their wives. But even then, like, why would you want to hide your wife? If you want to get married, don't you want to show that off? You see what I'm saying? So, marriage is like, yeah, I can't really find a match. And also, how can I live that out to the fullest while still being a DJ? You know what I'm saying? In this market, you could be a DJ. You could be a DJ that does weddings and gets $2,000 every wedding you do. You do 30 weddings a year. You good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
You see what I'm saying? You could do a couple radio things, but as far as being in the clubs, you got to be in the streets, but it don't mean you for the streets. Understand what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but yeah, and then you meet so many people where it's like, this is Jersey. I done seen all Jersey got to offer. Once I go that, we going to Atlanta in January.
Oh wow!
Comma Crazy Fridays, Atlanta. You heard it here first. Look how many girls I'm gonna see out there. You know, we like to see. Don't bring what they say. Don't bring no sand to the beach.
Mhm.
There's a lot of fish in the ocean.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. So it's like, you want to keep your options open, and we young. Girls want to throw everything away for one dude when they 22.
Well,
all he leave you with is his kid.
Person.
I mean,
if that's the one person you knew you wanted to spend the rest of your life with, you knew already.
How you know if you only been in New Jersey? You ain't going nowhere.
Sometimes you just know. Okay,
well,
let me ask you this question.
Ask me.
Did you grow up in a household where your parents were married, or have you had family members where they have been married, or are they still married? And does that have an influence on like why you value marriage so much?
Yes, I grew up with my grandparents and my mother. My grandparents were married for 60 years.
Wow.
Yeah, they got married when they were 25. And that's the only long-term relationship I seen. Also, my mother's friend, I call her Auntie Irvy. She and her husband been married. They oldest kid like 35, something like that. So they've been married a minute too. So that's the only really. My parents split when I was young, but and then my dad always tells me, son, mind you, my dad got 5 kids. Son, don't get married till you 29.
Really?
29?
Why 29?
Well, son, you'll be established by then. You have all your fun already, took on all your trips. 29 just is a good year, good age.
You know, it's surprising that he says 29 because most men, the average now to like actually be well established, to be in your career for a certain amount of time is almost between your 30 or 35. Because you got student loans,
right.
It's hard to find a job and be in your career field and be making the money that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And just to like even have the time to be like, all right, I'm ready to settle down, have a marriage and whatnot. It's almost between your mid 30s where you're able to establish that now. Unless you find a person that's willing to build with you.
Right.
And then you guys create that lifestyle for yourselves. But
that might be the route I need to take. Find somebody I want to build.
That's the obvious route that most people want to take, but
True.
Unfortunately, they're not taking. So, I know you talked about why marriage is so important to you, but how do you think being married will have an effect on your mental health? And how do you think it will have an effect on your career of being a DJ?
Mental health and marriage. I've seen a lot of marriages go south. I've seen a lot of couples go south because they got married.
Really?
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
I don't even say it. I can't even say it. I can't even say it. I mean, it's juicy. No, I like marriage though, for real. You really gotta know who your partner is.
But
You can't.
wouldn't you think you know that person before you walk down the altar?
You would think these people would know, but they want to get married just to get married.
Well, I think nowadays, you
Oh,
good.
all right.
I think nowadays, which is about to sound crazy, and I'm not a pick me. I know I've got called a pick me too, which is crazy. I'm not a pick me. It's just when women are wrong, I'm gonna hold y'all accountable.
Okay.
Just like when men are wrong, I'm gonna hold them accountable.
As you should.
But one thing I don't like is that everybody's getting married for the wedding day, but nobody's preparing for the marriage itself.
That's mental health right there.
Like, how I look at it is when people ask me, "Oh, do you want to be married?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to the marriage. I can give a fuck less about the actual wedding.
Right.
I can care less about that.
I don't even need a wedding.
You know, that's how I honestly feel. I'm like, I just really just want the honeymoon. That's really all I care about. I'm like, I can skip a wedding. I can go get married at a courthouse. I've literally told every person I've dated, I literally can get married at the courthouse. I just want to go to Europe on a European tour. That's it.
That's all you need. Me and you.
I care about the house that I want to have to raise kids in. I think about the car notes that if we're having nice cars, the car notes I'm going to have, what I want to do with my business and how my spouse might incorporate themselves into that.
Right.
I think about how we're going to raise our kids, the legacy in which like we leave behind. So that's what I think about when it comes to my marriage and the love we're going to create. That's what I think about. Most people are like, oh, it's cute. I can't wait to wear my wedding dress. I can't wait to do the bridal party. And I'm like, that's a lot of work. Like, marriages nowadays are a show.
Right.
I don't got time for the show.
Me
if I
neither.
want to do that, I can do that in a whole nother day.
I can do my own show.
And I don't even need to get married. Like,
right.
So, how do you think it's going to affect your mental health being married? Like, do you think it's going to be, you're going to have that support system? What are you looking forward to with that?
What am I looking forward to in marriage? Just being more focused, because as a growing young lad, pussy's right in the forefront of my head. Like, ask any young brother, all we think about is pussy. If it ain't money, it's pussy. So once I'm married, boom, the money gonna be there, the relations gonna be there, and then we gonna build off that. So it's like one less thing I gotta worry about, which is kind of shallow, like pussy, one less thing. But like I really gotta be in that mindset to really tackle marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, a girlfriend would be good just to settle me down and like somebody that can match my grind. You know what I'm saying? And that would set me on the right path so that my mental won't be all messed up. Because I'm not sure what led my parents to split up, but they, I was a second kid together, and I think they were together for like 4 or 5 years, maybe. No, a little longer than that, probably 93, probably like 7 years they was together. And my mom's great, a little aggy sometimes. My dad's cool, got a little faults, but I feel like everything, you should be able to work things out with your partner. Like, y'all got married. Work that shit out. But shit happens.
Which is true.
Shit happens that I'm 24. I can't even fathom right now at 24 years old. Maybe if I'm 30, I can fathom that shit. But like right now, it's things I can't even fathom. So when you talk about mental health, it's like from what I know, yeah, marriage is going to be cool. But from what I don't know, it's like, yo, this is a little crazy. But when you make that decision to put in that work, when you flip the ring on, you kiss the bride, you jump over the broom, whatever, you sign the document, you got to be able to put that work in. And then you got to hope, pray, love enough on your spouse that they'll support you and you'll support them so that there'll be no turmoil up here. And as far as like mental strength, you got to be strong enough so that you don't do no messed up stuff that will pass on to the next generation.
That is 100% true.
Your nieces see that. Your nephews, your kids, they'll see that. Like,
see that.
Your grandkids see that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I commend my grandparents. I mean, they will always snap at each other, but, they was old. Old people snap at each other all the time. And it was funny. It's like, and my grandfather would go, you think it's easy? Think it's easy, huh? But they was together for 60 years. I'm like, yo, if they could do it, I could do it. But not right now.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since you're not looking for a wife, more to say, I guess, what would you be looking for in a girlfriend that one day could potentially be your wife?
Somebody that's supportive, obviously. You mean like internal stuff? You don't mean no like
No, internal.
internal.
I
Right?
mean,
Yeah.
we can do the external after, but
Yeah,
definitely internal.
Definitely somebody that's supportive. Somebody that has a grind. Like I don't really like to coddle people. Like we need our own space, but I love when I'm in your space type. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you be there for me, I'll be there for you, and we work on each other. We motivate each other. That's the one thing. Motivation, like support is cool. Motivation is even better. 'Cause we're gonna push each other to go to the next level, and we could build on each other. I got some faults, you got some faults, but together it's a puzzle, right piece, boom, boom, we can work it out. So what else I'm looking for in women, in a girl? Um, Ambition, definitely ambition. Like, don't sit on the couch all day. I was talking to this one girl. I liked her. She cute. I hit her up at 2:00. She said she laying down. It's a Saturday. She said she laying down. Okay, she chilling. Hit her up at 7:00, same day. So we supposed to hang out. She's still chilling, laying down. I just DJ'd at 2 events in that same 5-hour time frame, and you still laying down.
You can have maybe one day just to rest.
She
Maybe
do-
she work
she-
from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Like, you can,
Maybe.
okay.
And what if I told you she don't?
Okay, and see, then I can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Never
You could
mind,
definitely have an off day.
Because I was about to say, I have off days. I mean, I work.
Yeah, I mean, we honestly, we too young to have off days. Honestly. But I mean, you a life wellness coach. You need to get your mental health right.
Exactly. I'm like,
I'm
I'm the
broke.
queen of burnout.
I'm broke. I need to get my money. I don't listen. I went to work this morning at 8:00. Went straight to a gig afterwards. Do the same thing every weekend. Work, gig, work, gig, work, gig. Get the money up.
Yeah, but you don't want to get completely burnt out where you got to take time to recuperate.
Christmas around the corner. Take a nap. Christmas holiday.
Okay, you giving yourself one holiday.
Yeah, and then the next holiday is MLK.
No, next holiday is New Year's.
We partying until 8 a.m. and then we partying all day. All day we partying. Hit me on the gram. We outside.
But you can't give yourself one day.
I mean, that's just how I was raised though. Like that's all I know. Like some people is born in neighborhoods, areas, life, they only know one thing. Get to it. I've been broke for so long. It's like I've been broke because what do? Get on TikTok, Instagram Reels, scroll through my phone for 4 hours. What can you do in that 4 hours? I could practice DJing for 4 hours, kill the next set. Now everybody that was at that party want to book me for their next party. That's 10 more bookings. That's 20 more bookings.
I get that, but then if that's going to happen, within those 10 bookings, at least make time to have maybe a day or two to relax and recuperate your mind because the effects long term can be detrimental to your health.
But how do I do that if I got so much going on? I try to take my Mondays off. Let me tell you that. I try to take my Mondays off.
Okay.
Because I can kind of work from home on Monday. But so when I do, I take an extra, sleep in a little bit, clean my room up.
But you need a day to just do absolutely nothing.
No.
To let your mind be at rest.
Negative. That will never happen.
The long-term effects. I just had a podcast episode 2 episodes ago. I just did with somebody, and I told them, in Black men, the long-term effects of you guys keep working and not giving yourself time to have a break. You burn out, and by the time it's time for you to retire, your health is so damaged that you don't live as long. So this is coming from a Black woman that thoroughly loves y'all and cares for y'all. We don't want y'all, by the time you hit retirement age, it's 65, 70, whatever, y'all are gone before us. Because the life expectancy for Black men is
75, right? 72.
It's starting to decline.
Obviously, yeah.
And if we don't get it under control, y'all can be going in your 50s. And we don't want that. Or your
That's
early
crazy.
60s. The one thing that Black men actually die from is actually not it's not by injury or anything. It's actually by cardiac arrest. The second one is testosterone cancer. You'll have cardiac arrest like this, and then you're gone. You guys have to start taking care of your mental health and start taking care of your health and well-being, because if we want to be a Black couple that's able to see multiple generations, you have to have a clean bill of health, even when you're young. Because all you're doing is damaging your body. And how is your future wife, going to feel one day if you're not here to see your legacy?
The money gonna be there.
I can't.
The money gonna be there. Like, I don't work for it. But no, I mean, like, I get what you're saying. I'ma incorporate at least but I mean, it's hard though, because if I work 5 days a week, sometimes my job requires me to work 7 days a week, 6 days a week, and I got a DJ on top of that. Like, it's no, I have to DJ. Bills gotta be paid. Savings have to be added to. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. That's what I'm saying. You build it within your schedule.
I try. Nah, but my mother be telling me the same thing. No, I gotta go to sleep some more. I try to take naps, but naps don't be enough.
Naps don't. They're only effective if your body is trained to actually go into REM sleep.
REM, yeah. I need to learn how to straight to REM.
Because those 30-minute power naps, it almost takes your body 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how easy it is for you to fall asleep at night, to get to REM sleep. So by the time you're hitting your power nap for 30 minutes, you're about to go into REM sleep, and then boom, you gotta get up right then and there. So it really doesn't do much for your body.
I like REM sleep.
And actually, they tell individuals to get at least 8 hours of sleep, because it takes actually the body 1 hour to get to REM sleep in the beginning, and then 1 hour towards like your ideal waking up time. Because during the night you might get up, or you might have to use the bathroom, or you might wake up because of a dream in which you have. So then you're losing that REM sleep in between. And then when you're going through different facets throughout your entire night span, it might get broken up. So they always recommend that you get at least 6 hours of REM sleep.
6
hours.
My body wakes up in 6 hours. No alarm clock.
Then you need to start working on your sleeping habits, Moneta Kai. Just here to help you. Just telling you the truth. That's it.
Okay, life coach Joy. Any question again?
I said, do
party promoters and DJs get a bad rep in relationships?
Yes. Do they get a bad rep? Like, do they cheat in their relationships?
Let me put it this way. One, what shorty don't know won't hurt her.
Oh my Lord.
Devil's advocate though.
Oh my Lord.
Devil's advocate.
Lord.
2, some of these women continue to stay with these gentlemen because they like the clout. They like hype people.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. You're not wrong, but let's really have a real conversation.
Okay, let's get deep.
You just said what she won't know won't hurt her.
Right.
But if you know that's possibly going to hurt her, why would you do it in the first place?
I wouldn't do it. That's why I'm not in a relationship. I'm just speaking. You said, do they have a bad rep?
It doesn't have to do with you. I'm talking about those that choose to be in a relationship that are possibly stepping out on their significant other. Why would you want to do that and hurt her and whatnot and cause trust issues?
I have no clue why those young men would want to do that. But I wouldn't do that. But on the other hand, if there ain't no ring on your finger, we're not really married. So,
but that means you still need to be loyal in a relationship.
Sure. Perhaps. No, definitely you need to be loyal. No, I'm joking. Oh my Lord. You definitely need to be loyal, but it's always women. It's always going to be women. It's always going to be women. They outside. We outside.
So you're saying because there's a plentiful amount of women.
And you at the top of the pyramid.
You're at the top of the pyramid. And whatnot. You can just...
You can knock a couple things off. You could. I'm not saying I would.
Moneta Kai, But now, when it's time to go look to
Mm-hmm.
be in relationships, wouldn't you think that there are so many women that would be damaged out here because of the experiences in which they've dealt
Sure,
with?
sure. I mean,
And then
it's
it's
life.
making finding a wife would be a lot harder because there's so many women that are walking around damaged then. And then on top of that, let's even push it further.
Okay.
You was out here doing, not you, for example, you was out here doing all the cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So now, because you was doing all the cheating, you think, damn, I found the right one. I found a girl that's going to love me, appreciate me, value me, whatever. All right. You get that. But guess what? Now she at home always doing nothing, loving you, supporting you, being loyal, being whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
you always in the back of your mind, whenever you sleep, and you think, damn, who's she texting? Who's she dealing with when I ain't here? When I go on the road and whatnot, and I'm doing the show, I gotta worry about Shorty.
Now my mental messed up because
Exactly.
I was messed up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
wouldn't that make sense of you saying what Shorty won't know won't hurt her, but it would hurt you in the long run. And then because you don't trust her, you might take that out on her. Like you might be like thinking, oh, she out here doing whatever. And really she's just at home doing
chilling.
nothing.
Yeah. Like you said, you gotta have your time to do nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. But see, you messing up now everybody's mental health because nobody can be faithful then.
I mean, I can't fix the problem that all men have in America. You know,
I mean, we can start being the
can,
solution by holding people accountable, though.
Right, accountability. I mean, what you want me to say to do? Like honestly, we young.
I get it.
If we go on vacation and it's 10 foreign, saying like that's a vacation.
2 wrongs don't make it right.
Okay, Wyclef, listen. We young. But all in all though, I feel as though when it's time to really settle down, like you could be in a relationship, but that's just introductory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then maybe a couple months, year or so, when then you really ready to settle down, then I feel like it's a difference. Like you could be my girlfriend, but it ain't nothing serious. And then it's like, nah, I'm good. Like this the one. Then it's like locked in. Like, that's how guys think.
How would you know she's locked in if you out here with her, but then also surfing the other parts of the internet?
You not gonna know you love somebody until you cheat.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, now explain that logic. Explain it. Explain it now.
Because
go ahead, explain the logic.
I got you. Listen, you could be dealing with Shorty 5 days out the week. You know, you need a couple days to yourself. Boom. And then you like, all right, I'm at this party. Old Shorty hit me up. Let me hit it down real quick. But then you like, this situation just reminded me why I don't fuck with none of these bitches. I need my bitch. That's how guys think. That's literally how guys think.
So we have to literally wait for y'all to cheat on us.
Mm-hmm.
In order for y'all to really see that you genuinely appreciate us.
Yeah, or you cheat first. And we'll be mad as hell. But then if the dude take you back, you gotta beat him at his own game. Some guys, that's what I'm saying. We from Jersey. We only know this one thing, but go somewhere else. I was raised in Plainfield, urban area. We see certain images on TV. We follow certain images on social media. We're programmed to think, act, move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So what you see is what you get. Like, if we want a bad bitch, like,
wouldn't it just make sense not to be in a relationship until you're ready to be loyal and value that one person instead of stepping out to really realize how much that person is valuable to you?
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
So in a world where that makes perfect sense, we're just going to just
trial and error. You got to try it once. You could be with a shorty for 5 years, and then do a whole bunch of ignorant stuff. Like you said earlier, you could be with a shorty a long time.
My head.
Hold on, listen to me. You could be with a shorty for a long time. You do dirt, she do dirt, then y'all break up. The next relationship, you can get married in a year. Just because you already made the mistakes already. You're not going to make the mistakes twice. Trial and error. We human. We ain't nobody perfect. I mean, you could.
But then you just messed up and destroyed one
person.
person.
Messed her up. Now she need a life coach and some therapy. But listen, that ain't my problem no more. Now I'm on to the next because I know where I messed up. If I say it won't happen again, it won't happen again. But I'm single now, so no, we got to talk to the other brothers about this. You know.
Lord have mercy.
I'm just letting you know how these brothers think.
Lord.
That's how they think. That's not how. I mean, I'm cool. Like, I'll court a shorty, and I won't settle. I won't call her my girlfriend until I know for a fact I don't want nobody else. That's just me, though. That's me.
So you would invest your time into one person, but still be playing the field, but wouldn't make her officially your girlfriend until you know.
Correct.
So then, would you be mad if she did the same thing back to you?
I wouldn't be mad. Would I feel some type of way? Yes, but everybody got options. Party next door.
Would you take her seriously then?
We would have to take each other serious. Like, I think I've been in a situation like that before. Like, you know, shorty got mad dudes. Not mad dudes, but I know I got options. She got options. It's all about communication.
So, you know, communication is one of the backbones of a marriage.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Backbones of a relationship. Do you think you can effectively communicate with your significant other in order for your relationship not to turn to turmoil?
Yeah, as long as everything's up front. You got to tell it. You can't lie or not lie. You can't withhold any truth. You got to put everything out there on the table. Say, hey, this is me. This is what you're dealing with. This is you. This is what you want me to deal with. You think we can make this work? What's step one to making it work? All right, let's try it out. If you don't know about step one, then you're done up. On to the next.
Okay, that's my brain is slightly hurting because I could not fathom somebody. Then again, although yes, I've been cheated on, but I could not imagine the cheating and then that being proven to your loyalty to somebody at this point. It's more like you don't value me, you don't appreciate me and everything that I've done for you thus far. So why would I want to stay around? At this point, I'd rather just go find somebody that will appreciate me and just dip.
You could do that. The nigga's still gonna love you though.
That's not my problem if you still love me.
Exactly.
That's not my problem. You should have loved me while you had me.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But the nigga know now though.
But that should have been something you should have always known.
I mean,
right?
You could say that. You could definitely say that, but sometimes guys just don't know until they know. I don't know. You can't really plan love.
I get that you can't plan love, but that doesn't mean that you have to be deceitful either.
No, I mean, I don't know. All I know is me.
And we're not speaking on you. We talking about just in general for these DJs and party promoters.
DJs and party promoters. I mean, DJs and party promoters always gonna have. Oh, I keep messing with the mic. I'm sorry. I think I'm thinking Temptations. Nah, but we always gonna have options. Like no matter what's going on. So, and one thing like connection is connection. Some people we just have real connections with, like that you don't got to push for. It's like sometimes it's just natural. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to a shorty a month or two, we going out, we dating. I might hit once or twice, but it's nothing too serious, you know. But a new vibe might come up and we click. Like, then it just makes more sense to go with the instant click.
It would.
I'm saying.
being able to communicate with both parties. Then I think that would
True.
be the most
You right.
important thing.
You
As
definitely right.
long as you're communicating both parties, especially the first person,
Mm-hmm.
letting them know, like, look, like, this is a vibe, like, we'll see where this goes, whatever. Especially like if you have no intention of possibly being in a relationship at the time, and
Right.
if that person's not bringing you the peace and the home type feeling, that love and comfort that you're seeking, okay, that's fine. But be able to communicate that in some short way, because if you just randomly stop dealing with this person and then 2 3 months you pop up in a whole relationship, that person's gonna feel some type of way. They gonna be so butthurt, and then if they ever come
For sure.
crazy at you, you don't want that.
Mm-mm.
You would want to be like, look, I thoroughly communicated this to you, so you can't be mad about the feelings in which you're having, because I told you what I came to you for.
Mm-hmm.
You either accepted or declined. You chose to do whatever with me, and that's what it was. We
Right.
had what we had, and that's that.
Right.
But if you sold people on a false hope,
Yeah,
that's
it
a
says a
whole
lot about
nother
you, right?
thing.
It says a lot about you. But I think
What's that say about me?
no. I'm saying like
Oh.
not. You know, the you we talk
Oh.
about
The-
third person. Like,
okay,
yeah, not
yeah.
us. It's a third, it's imaginary. But
Imaginary third and first person.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. I think a lot. I know for a fact, going into relationships or even the thought of a relationship, women will go hard.
Which is true.
Men are scared.
Okay, talk about it. Tell
Men
me
are
why.
scared to trust, scared to be what's that word called?
Vulnerable?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're scared. I'm cute, honey. I'm scared. I don't want to.
Why are you scared to be vulnerable? I've asked a lot of my guy friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they have all different perceptions, but I would love to know why you're scared to be vulnerable.
I don't want to be hurt.
That's
You know?
the prime reason. But like, is it because you're afraid to get what has happened to you done back? Is it because of how the women are out here currently? Because let's really ask this question. We're gonna jump back to that. Do you think the women out here actually love and support black men, especially since we're gonna talk about black women real quick, black women and black men? Do you think you get that love and support to be vulnerable?
Say that one more time.
Do you think that black women give black men the love and support in which they need in order to be vulnerable?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I think
Young black women. So people
Young
our
black
age,
women.
not people older than us. People our age, between 18, I'm gonna say the cutoff maybe 29.
mm,
Do you see that in the women in which you encounter?
some of them, not all of them. I mean, because most of the women I meet nowadays is either at work or at a party. So I'm not really having in-depth conversations with them like that. Maybe, you get their number, text them, you might FaceTime them a little bit, but a lot of it starts off as shallow. And then once you really click with somebody, you figure out what type of time they on, and then it's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. And I actually haven't been in a relationship recently where, I'm thinking about being vulnerable. But the last time I was in something, she was with it. She was, I'm her man, that's my girl, da 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 da. This is before we put any titles on anything, but just,
Mm-hmm.
this is just what the feeling was. She was going like this, but I was like, just because, I had options.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, I never did know. I mean, I had a relationship before, but it wasn't anything where I said, this is 100% my girlfriend. It's that step to say, okay, this is my girlfriend. That's scary. That frightens people. Well, it frightens me. Because I don't know.
Are you afraid to fail in the relationship, or are you afraid the person to not act the way you would hope they would act?
I think my fear lies in that we're going to be different people at some point, and it wouldn't make sense. Like, it's just like, we're going to be different people. The people we are right now in December 2021 might be different than June 2021, 2022.
That's true.
And we won't mesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, my girlfriend right now might live in Plainfield. I might get an opportunity to go work in LA or Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really do long distance.
But what if she was willing to travel?
That's a Fendi. That's the one right there. If she's willing to travel, yeah, definitely. But I mean, you mean like travel with me or like go back and forth?
She's either willing to travel back and forth or she's willing to
all the
uproot
above.
her life.
That's
and
OD.
go.
I don't feel like you should do that.
But what if she knows that you're the one for her?
That's hard to tell right now. I'm only 24.
You'd be surprised. You know, people that are down south and like other parts of the country, they're actually married at our age.
They married right out of high school. But I don't understand that.
No, they're married right out of college at times.
Yeah.
They got married and whatever. They got a nice house and some of them already got their first kid.
Yeah, I don't think.
We just live in a fast pace up here, and that's why we can't see it.
Yeah, because that's what. Like honestly, let's talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about it. How do you get married out of high school, out of college? All you've been to was your hometown, your college, and then you move back home, whatever. That's it. Now you have a kid already. Now it's 18 years. You can't do nothing. Where's the ambition?
You ever hear when you know, you just know?
But where's the ambition? Like I get it when you know, but like, where's
the ambition to be who you want to be and have the career and your life goals doesn't change just because of your location.
It changes because of your situation.
But you can still have those things,
perhaps,
and still at the end of the day be with that person.
You're right. I'm not saying you can't do that, but as far as myself, I can't get married right now. I might be in Alaska next year. I might be in Costa Rica.
Well, if you're already making the mindset to not settle down, then that's different. But there are some people that they just know, like me, I'm a very relationship type person.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, like, I was just in a relationship about now going on 4 months ago. But even before that, I was in a relationship almost on and off 3 years, like with my partner. I thought I was going to marry the person and whatnot. But now my mind is, I'm 24 years old. I don't have time and patience to go back and forth with individuals. Here's what I bring to the table, because I can answer that question. Most women cannot, and I'm sorry.
Right.
But most men can either as well. But here's what I bring to the table. Do you want me to sit at your table?
Right.
And do you want me to continue to each night make a feast with you? If not, that's cool. But I don't waste my time, because I'm not saying there's so many options, but I'm looking to build a legacy with somebody.
Word.
But that's just me. I'm a relationship type person. So if I find that person, I find that person, whether I'm 24, whether God willingly, like not into my 30s or 40s, but I don't have the time or the patience to be out here doing God knows what. Right. That's just not me. But there are some women that enjoy that lifestyle, and I give them props to it. It's just not my lifestyle.
That's that instant gratification.
I wouldn't even say it's
those women.
I wouldn't even say it's instant gratification. I think it
is, because if I'm out here, if I'm a popping DJ like I am, and you want to, show me what's up, let me know what's up, and we do our little thing, and then that's it. I'm not really. I already know you.
Women nowadays don't actually. I'm gonna be honest. They don't even know how to be in relationships, because when you grew up in a broken home, you don't know how to emulate something you might want. Like for me, for prime example, there's no shame to it that people know I lost my father at the age of 12 to brain and lung cancer. So I grew up in a house already with no father in it. And then on top of that, my parents were divorced by the time I was 4 years old. But at the end of the day, my mother always made me relationship minded. She never talked, to this day, never talked bad about my dad. Never. Like, she's only had great things to say. But she's like, me and your dad just were not meant for each other. And he lived his life, and I didn't want you to see things that were a part of it. But he wasn't always a bad person. And she even says to this day, he wasn't a bad person. He just sometimes made bad decisions.
Right.
And that's fine. So for me, I don't go into relationships thinking, oh, I don't want nothing. I want an end goal, but I know that along the way we're both going to make mistakes. We're just going to have to figure it out. But if we can't figure it out, there is an option, but it's not my first and only option. Like I have a slew of options before that.
Mm-hmm.
But most girls, it's like I didn't grow up with my father in the household, so I don't know how to be in a relationship. So I'm gonna be out here trying to figure it out, piece it together. Then you get the wrong puzzle pieces. Then you're trying to make his puzzle piece fit into this new nigga's puzzle piece, and they don't even. That's not gonna work. And then you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like then they have these crazy expectations which don't even fit into the lifestyle in which they have or what they ideally want long term.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of, it's just, you make yourself want these things. Like I said, well, like you're saying, the instant gratification, you want it because you see it on social media. You see that lifestyle, but in all actuality, if you ever had that lifestyle you see, it's not something you probably want.
Yeah, it's yeah. You said it, Joy.
Look, I speak the truth on both ends. And I'm not here to bad shame women or anything like that, but I can say the same thing for men. Men say they want one thing in a relationship, but then they sometimes do the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And especially to achieve it. And sometimes they'll settle at times for a situation knowing that it's hindering both individuals.
Mm. Yeah.
So
I think personally, I can't really fit into anyone's expectations. Like,
do you feel like that right now, or you feel like that in general?
I feel like every time I talk to a shorty, they just have expectations, and I don't like that. I don't know, but like, I'm not your old dude. I'm not your dad. I'm not. I mean, I probably will do the same things they do, just because I like you, this, that, and third. But like, I'm not that person. I'm my own. Like, we got to make our own expectations, and the same for them with me, and vice versa. Like, I'm not going to expect you to do this, that, and third, but we will grow.
Okay. So do you feel like, that actually leads into one of my questions, do you feel like any of the current women nowadays are dateable or relationship minded?
Dateable or relationship minded? That's two different things, right?
Okay. It can be, because the idea when people say dateable, everybody has their own definition on dating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you think women really are relationship minded nowadays?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Give me your expertise. Tell me your experiences.
Well, there's one vibe I had. She was cool. She was with a relationship off the rip, but like most of them are. Most of them see, I'm a great dude. I'm funny. I'm lit. Yes, they want parts. They don't want me to go nowhere. And they'll okay, what you want? You want me to buy you some lunch today? They'll say that to me. You wanna go out? Let me take you out next time. I like that. When I take a girl out the first time, and the next time they say, let me take you out, I like that a lot. But it's other things that get in the way of, that second or third date. I get pissed off at like the smallest little detail. Like,
really?
Maybe like, your eyelashes is too long. You out of here. You out of here. Please, you don't even need them on. But that's just me, person. But women I've dealt with definitely are relationship minded. They want to settle down, especially with a lit nigga.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe you said you literally got rid of a shorty because
her
eyelashes.
Eyebrows too. Why are they this thick? Everything's out the window.
I can slightly understand that.
Everything's out the window. I can do better eyebrows than you. Why? It's okay. It's all right.
Moneta Kai.
That's why it's like, let me just focus on myself and my career, and then some vibe gonna walk up on me, and that's gonna be that.
Okay. When it comes to marriage, what would you hope to be in your marriage?
I would hope to be a strong, supportive partner, someone that doesn't neglect the needs of my significant other, and is always remaining true to our original bond, our original connection, like our original agreement. Like, just, I'm this person for you, you this person for me. Over the years, it'll grow into more significant roles. But at the core of it, if we're arguing, if something goes left, like at the end of the day, why are we together? It's because of this fact right here. And if this fact, hopefully that mold is strong enough to hold and weather through any storm we might go through. I want to be that rock. And I would hope that somebody else is that rock for me. So we can always bring people back to center. Gravity.
Okay. I can understand that. What would you want your wife to bring to the table in order for her to make your marriage work?
She gotta cook. I know you said internal stuff, but externally,
No,
she gotta
external.
cook.
You can do internal and external.
She gotta cook. She gotta like feet, cause I be on my feet all day. She gotta rub my feet, cause me, I'm the type of person. Stop! Don't make that face. I'm the type of person. I will massage you for an hour, 2 hours. I like to make you feel good. No pun intended, but I'm a great massager. I could probably do your feet, mani pedi. We could do that at the crib. I could do that. I'm down if I have time. But I'm a very touchy feely person, so like I like affection, PDA, private A. You know what I'm saying like, hey, I like that. I like to be touchy feely. Like don't be too like stiff. That's weird to me. That's weird. If I like you, I'ma like you. I'ma like you. All of you. All of you.
Okay, now since you just talked about feet, I hope you get pedicure.
I got one
feet.
the first time last week. I went and got one.
For the first time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, we don't know what your toes look like, so.
And I skate too. You know them things.
See.
Them things
So
like,
then, how you expect your wife to, want to give you a foot massage? Your feet look crazy.
her eyelashes look crazy. So what? We even. Get down there. Rub them things.
What would you hope young women get from this conversation in which we had on marriage and relationships for you?
Okay.
Find one day.
Young women, if you like a DJ/promoter that looks good, be upfront with him, but don't scare him, right? And don't let him scare you away. We sometimes got big heads, but like, if you really like the dude, tell him. But you gotta have that same drive, that same hustle. That's one thing that guys like. They like girls that got their own. Nobody like a couch potato. Nobody trying. No, we're not. We're not your caregivers. We're your love givers. You know what I'm saying? We wanna love on you. We want you to love on us and grow. You see what I'm saying? So, but always be true to yourself. You don't gotta get your body done for somebody like you. You see what I'm saying? And just be supportive. Be supportive and know that niggas be lying sometimes. Niggas be lying sometimes. But if you true to yourself, you good. Like shit happens. Like you said, life happens. You know what I'm saying? So just keep moving forward. If you like me, don't say nothing because I'm really not interested right now. Give me a couple years. 29.
At least you're honest.
29.
At least you're honest. Like
Yeah.
that. Maybe I can appreciate that. You're honest and you're upright.
That's the only thing you can appreciate.
Well, you're saying it to the camera. I'm pretty sure you said it to other people. So like, I appreciate you. Yeah, so yes, I'm going to appreciate.
But I'ma if the vibe is right, I'ma see what's up. Like honestly, I got like 5 marriage packs right now. One's like 27, 20. I got a lot. But if I'm not married by 29 on my 29th birthday, I might propose to somebody. Might propose. That's too late. But I mean, this all can change. I'm 24. This can change by the time I'm 25. As soon as I wake up from this nap, I'm about to take it. Thanks for having me, Miss Joy.
Before we end the show, I wanted to come back and give you a little wrap up about how I felt sitting down, editing, and actually rewatching this conversation. And it was one of the funniest podcast episodes I really got to do, and I really enjoyed doing it. Moneta Kai is such a character, not in a bad way, the best way possible. He had me kind of off the wall with a few of the comments that he came up with, especially, bro, like if you cheat, you gotta know if you love somebody if you cheat. Like, make it make sense. Like, it was not computing at all. I still don't get it. No. But I would say that episode was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. Some talking points that I just kind of want to acknowledge, just a FYI when it comes to dating nowadays. Dating it seems like if you want me to be honest, it ain't getting easier. The only thing that I can honestly say truthfully when it comes to my own dating experience is be honest and upfront about what you want, what your intentions are, and where would you want things to go. If you just say, bro, look, I'm just here for a quick time, fun time, whatever, you can figure out if that person is going to be there for you. If you here for a long time and whatever, be very intentional and watch how you move with that. Listen to people's mannerisms. Listen to their body language and how comfortable they are around you, because that'll tell you a lot. In the last 7 to 8 months, I'm going to be truthfully honest, hasn't been all that great. I've been single now since August, and it's coming out. By the time this comes out, it will be officially a year. With me not being in a relationship for a year, one thing I'll tell anybody that comes up and meets me, I am very intentional. What I want is that I want a relationship that turns one day into a marriage. And so I still move that way, even from, as we can see back then. And the best thing that I can tell anybody looking for relationships, marriage, or whatever is be honest with yourself, but also be able to realize what is holding you back from getting what you want. I think that's kind of the season in which I'm in right now. Is over the last year, I may have had, individuals that I may have wanted, liked, or things like that. But there's clearly some work that I have to do personally, or maybe the said person that I may be interested in has to do personally in order for us to get to where we want to be. And sometimes you got to be patient with yourself. You got to be patient with that person. And if it's really meant for y'all to be, it's really going to happen. And I am at a point in my life where I'm just not trying to rush the process to just be in a relationship with just anybody and everybody. And I'm damn sure I ain't rushing to get into a bed with everybody. Take your time. Like, that's something that I'm personally working on right now, because I know the goals in which I personally have within my own life. And trust and believe, like, being married and having kids by a certain age was definitely on that high hope at definitely by the end of my 20s and maybe my very early 30s. But I'm learning in this tough process right now that it's okay if things don't go according to your plan, because even it's going to happen as long as you keep working towards it and keep making small steps. You'll get there, no issues. So that's just some little advice that I can give you guys. And sometimes it's okay to have a village that gets you to the finish line, even in dating and relationships. Somebody that's in my village, they may not know who I am, or she may not ever remember me, and that's perfectly fine. Is the Shambudram. She has the Lovers and Friend podcast. She's a relationships and sexologist. You should go check out her podcast where you listen to podcasts everywhere, and go check her out on YouTube. Great podcast. And through her work, I've learned so much about what I need, what I want in a relationship, and how I just even want to show up. So if you guys are even interested on just more relationship and advice on that aspect, she's the person for it. However, if you need any advice on mental health and things otherwise, I'm your girl. I'm going to hold it down for you. But I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. I just wanted to thank you guys for listening, tuning in, and tune in to next week's, where I will have a very intentional conversation about intentional living with Caleb Lewis. So once again, thank you, Moneta Kai. All his information will be linked down below where you can find him. And also, if you head over to his social media, you'll find any party that he's having nearby you, if you're in the tri-state area. But yeah, till then,